All right, from a story about electric cars to a breaking news element that is electric, and that is the sentencing of former disgraced Congressman George Santos. This is a live look outside of that New York courthouse where right now attorneys are stepping to the mic. They're going to be talking any moment now following the sentencing of George Santos. Let's go ahead and let's listen in.
Charge of the IRS New York Field Office and District Attorney Ann Donnelly. I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to thank you for your partnership. So a short time ago in the courthouse behind me, former Congressman George Santos was sentenced to just over 7 years in federal prison. He was also ordered to pay more than $370,000 in restitution and forfeit more than $200,000. And that restitution will go to his victims. Now, 8 months ago, Santos appeared in this same courthouse and he pled guilty. Pled guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. He admitted to engaging in a brazen crime spree that took place over a period of years. He stole personal identities and financial information of campaign contributors, made unauthorized transfers of money to his campaign and to himself personally. He defrauded prospective political supporters by convincing them to make campaign contributions based on false statements, and then he took the money for himself. He lied to receive unemployment benefits when he was not entitled to them because he had a job. He lied to the Federal Election Commission about the amount of money his campaign had brought in, and he used that to trick the National Republican Congressional Committee into giving his campaign money it was not entitled to. And he lied to Congress on his financial disclosure forms. From the moment he declared his candidacy for Congress, Santos leveraged his campaign for his own enrichment and financial benefit. He did this by targeting specific supporters and constituents. He saw them as easy marks, and he made them victims of his fraud. Santos's victims were real people, and they suffered real losses. He went so far as to seek out elderly people who suffered from cognitive impairment and dementia. Santos's blatant corruption is an affront to our electoral process, our representative government, and the people of New York's 3rd Congressional District. But today, and finally, Santos has been held accountable for his years of fraud, deceit, and theft. He's going to federal prison, and he's going to be punished for his staggering fraud, the abuses he put on our electoral process, for mocking our democratic institutions, and most importantly, for betraying and defrauding his supporters, his voters, his donors, federal agencies, state agencies. Today's sentence demonstrates that this egregious conduct will not and never will be tolerated. Now, Santos has been held accountable thanks to the tireless efforts of prosecutors from the Department of Justice and investigators from the FBI, IRS, and Nassau District Attorney's Office. I want to commend several people in particular. Assistant United States Attorneys Ryan Harris, Anthony Bagnola, and Laura Zuckerwise, paralegal specialists Rachel Friedman and Denora Roscoe from this office, trial attorney John Taddy from the Department of Justice Public Integrity Section, special agents Katrina Lapruta and Ken Hosey, and intelligence analyst Julianne Wolf from the FBI, Nassau County District Attorney's Office Detective Investigator Gavin Shea, and IRS Special Agent Samantha Keldeck. I'm not done. In conclusion, I want to assure the public and all of you that came out today that your faith in the government and our criminal justice system is warranted. Santos's disgraceful and greedy conduct has been exposed, and at last he's been brought to justice. And that same fate awaits those in public service at any level, state, local, or federal, who abuse their positions, and serve themselves and not the people they represent. Officials who lie and steal and defraud will find themselves in a courtroom, and they will learn, as George Santos has, that there's a serious price to pay for corrupt behavior. No one is above the law. So with that, I'm going to turn things over to FBI Assistant Director in Charge, Christopher Rea.
Thanks you.
Our thanks to our partners with CBS News New York. In summary, right there, you hear from the attorneys, 7 for Santos.